Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Force here with some more Heroes of the Storm. Today for you I've got a special sneak peek at the newest hero, Jaina. She is a ranged assassin. Specifically, she's a frost mage. Here in this video I like to give you a quick look at her abilities, at her different talents, and just give you a general idea as to how she's going to play. So first off, let's take a look at her abilities. Her Q is Frostbolt. It will launch out a skill shot, dealing damage to the first target it hits, as well as chilling them. Our W will cast down 2 waves of ice, dealing damage and chilling our opponent. And then our E, Cone of Cold, does frontal cone damage that will deal damage and chill the target. So what is all of this chilling? Well, this is all tied directly to her trait Frostbite. All of our abilities apply the chill effect, which will slow enemies, as well as amplify damage from our abilities for 4 seconds. So what this means is that if we are chaining together abilities, we're going to get some enhanced damage. So if I open up with my E, it will chill, making my W deal more damage, making my Q deal more damage, and that's the general idea. In fact, I think probably the rotation will be something like Q, E, W, Q, E, and then you're not going to have time within the chill effect to get off W. Unless you space it apart, you might actually be able to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some of those abilities in action, as well as take a look at her talents. In the first tier, we can choose between increased range for our Q, increased duration of our Frostbite, having an increased slow for our Frostbite, or mana regeneration through this Conjurer's Pursuit. I'm going to go with the increased range for our Q. I'm just going to show you sort of an example of a build that I might try. So again, the idea is that we apply a chill effect, and then as long as we keep applying that chill effect, we get increased damage from our abilities. So as long as he's chilled, we're going to get that increased damage as it continues to go. So you can see that's some pretty decent damage pretty quick. I mean, obviously we're playing against an AI, so he's going to be stupid and, you know, stay when he's not supposed to and end up dying. But in a real situation, you get the general idea as to how that's going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead and level up a couple of times. And we're going to take a look at each tier. So for the next tier here, we can choose to pierce through the first target. We can get increased radius by 30% for our W, so that's going to make the area it hits better, larger. Envenom is going to add more pressure, which I think that it's probably going to be a popular build for her as the sort of pressure assassin. And then there's Arcane Intellect, which will make our damage to chill targets return mana. So that's more of a sustain build. I'm going to go with the Envenom though, again with the idea of trying to pressure down the target. So we can go with this, we can pop this, toss down our Envenom as he's running away, and finish him off just like that. Fantastic. All right, let's level up now to the next tier, which is level 7. And here we have Ice Flows to increase the area and cooldown reduction. So this is going to double the width of Cone of Cold and reduces its cooldown. Frostbite increase the damage bonus of Frostbite from 50 to 65%, so that's pretty good. Frost Armor blocks heroic basic attacks and slows enemies. I like that. And then there's Ice Lance. The cooldown of Frostbolt is reduced by 2 seconds, so from 4 seconds down to 2 seconds, if the impacts a chilled target. That's really good. This basically lets you chain Frostbolt and keep up that chilled effect. I like that. That's pretty neat. And then I could also see the increased damage being very, very good as well. Let's go with the increased damage. I want to take a look at just sort of how ridiculous the damage can be for her. I mean, it seems really, it seems like it's pretty awesome. All right, let's level up now to 10 so we can see the heroic abilities. Heroic abilities, we choose between Ring of Frost, which will put a ring on the ground, dealing damage and rooting enemies for 3 seconds. And then the ring persists for 3 seconds afterwards, applying chill. And then there's a Water Elemental. He will be summoned. He will attack for you. And his basic attacks are going to splash, dealing damage. I'm going to go with that. We know what this is. This is pretty basic. It'll put a ring on the ground, deal damage, root. That's probably the one I'll go with, but I just want to see the Water Elemental. So let's summon him and see what he's all about. I want to know how long he lasts. I want to know all these fun things. I mean, this is really good. Maybe Water Elemental will be better. It seems like, okay, if I were to guess, it seems logical. Water Elemental is better for single target, and I can cancel him at any point. Water Elemental is better for single target, whereas the Ring of Frost is going to be better for sort of group fight damage. That makes sense. Okay. All right, level up a couple more times to 13 to take a look at this tier. Increase cast range by 100% of the blizzard, so it's going to go from here to like outwards of here, which will be that's a huge reach. Gain invulnerability and chill targets. This will make you invulnerable for 3 seconds, and when it drops, nearby enemies are chilled. The problem is they would have to stand next to you for that to actually apply. So I don't know about that. It's going to be good against melee people trying to burst you down, but and then Icy Veins. Activate to make your basic ability cooldowns recharge 3 times as fast and reduce their mana cost by 50%. Ooh, I like that. And then there's also Sprint. So let's go with this one. So we can pop it at any point, and it's going to reduce the cooldown as well as reduce the mana cost of our abilities while it's active. It's only active for 5 seconds, but while it is, you get cheaper spells and you get faster. You're probably going to be able to cast your Q and your E multiple times within that, you know. So that's pretty cool. All right, couple more level ups to 16, excuse me. Adds an additional wave to our W. Increases enemy damage taken by 25% for 2 seconds when they're hit with Cone of Cold. Ooh, I like that. Roots chilled targets, okay. And then Ice Bear, damage dealt gives you a shield. So that's more defensive. Let's go with this though, the increased damage for a couple of seconds. I don't know, man. This seems really... Jaina just seems like she's got some pretty awesome bursts. Let's take a look at the final tier now at level 20. And this is going to be Swift Storm. Increased mount speed prevents damage from dismounting you. We can go with the aggressive Bolt of the Storm or defensive. And then increase cast range of Elemental. And it mimics your basic abilities. Ooh. I think it's going to be a toss-up between Bolt of the Storm and Winter Mute, but I'd like to see what this looks like. So I want to wait till he comes back out for a fight, or at least until this is down. I want to see him mimic my basic attacks. That sounds really, really awesome, actually. Okay, here we go. So he's going to mimic my basic attacks, huh? Oh my gosh, that was crazy burst. Holy moly. I'm liking this a lot. All right, guys, that is going to do it here for the sneak peek at Jaina. Stay tuned. Later in the day, I'll be coming out with a video in which I will show some actual gameplay against real other people. This basically matchmaking right now seems a little busted, unfortunately, but once it's up and working again, we can take a look at some footage of that. So thanks for watching the sneak peek. Hope you have a good afternoon, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Keep watching. And keep owning. I got plenty of people are going to be owning it up with Jaina. That's for certain. She just seems really good already. OP? I don't know. It's good, that's for sure. Oh boy.